Okay, hello everyone from EDUC 621. We're continuing with our Google training. We're here in the Google Training Center, and as you can see here, it's Unit 2, Expand Your Access to Help in Learning. And on Unit 2, we're Build Your Own Learning Network. So Build Your Own Learning Network is about 17 minutes. It says go through the sections below, then test yourself and get credit by doing the lesson check. Says what is a personal learning network? A personal learning network, a PLN, is a supportive network of people who you can learn from. These people might be other teachers in your school, or they may be teachers you've never met in person but you've connected with online. Your PLN becomes incredibly powerful when you connect with educators in other networks. As you make these connections, your PLN becomes a community of learners who you share interests in and often become professional friends. And then it says, Aristotle said, the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. And of course that means that, working with other people and getting information from others is better than, you trying to do everything on your own. It says one way to kickstart or to add your PLN is to join Google Educator Group. Google Educator Groups, which is GEGs, are open to any educator and are communities of learning professionals who learn, share, and inspire each other to meet the needs of their students through technology solutions. And then it says you can create your own PLN. Now here's the video. It's a short video, and it's a young man. His name is Brent, and he's talking about the benefits of creating the PLN. And you can see actual transcript of what he's talking about. Well, it said it was there. It's not there, so let's go back. But we could watch the video.
I work in a pretty small school, and I'm always looking for ways to connect with other elementary school teachers. Google Educator Groups is great because it allows me to connect with other teachers in my area who are also using Google Apps in their schools. Each group is locally run, and there's chapters all around the world. My group is really active, and they hold GEG meetups where we get together and share ideas that we've been trying out with our classrooms. It's really great to hear from others at the meetups, but we also get to continue the conversations online. There's a Google Plus community that lets us keep in touch and even connect with other educators in our region and around the world.
Okay, so that was the video about the PLNs. And guys, then you can go here and create a Google Plus profile, and you can go here and join an actual GEG group, and so that way you would become a part of a PLN, or of course you could start your own. It says supporting each other. Now that you've learned the basic idea of what a PLN is and what you can do, what is one thing that you would do if you were to ask Google educators a question? And of course my question would be how to get started with creating a local network would be one of my questions. Okay, and of course you know that we click here, excuse me, we could see what other educators said, but we're going to skip that part. Remember, when we get to the green, that's when we're answering the questions so that we can get credit. So let's do this together. It says, now let's do a quick check and make sure that you got this lesson, and that so that you can get credit for it. A PLN stands for which of the following? Parallel Learning Network, Professional Labor Network, Personal Learning Life-Saving Network, or Personal Learning Network. And of course we know that it's a Personal Learning Network. So it says when a teacher creates a PLN, her PLN may include which of the following groups of people. Select all that apply. Teachers she works with in her school, educators she meets at past education conferences, members of her local Google Education group, or people she has met in person but hasn't met in person but follows online. So I'm going to check all of those and see how we do. Good. The next one, to find your local GEG group, you can find a list of active groups on your Google Education Educator webpage, and that's true. And I did go there, guys, and I did create a group, and so I'm going to just kind of be looking to see what followers are there. I'm a part of another Google group, but it's a Google Plus group, so we'll see what happens. Google Educator groups are only open to teachers that have passed the Google Education Level 1 exam. Of course, that's not true because we're joining that now. So now we're done with this one. And as you can see here, Discover Local Google for Educator Experts is next. And so we click Next. Before you move on, check what you've learned and track your progress. Lesson checks. We did that part already, so no thanks. We'll continue. Okay, and so we're on Discover Local Google for Educator